All right, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is my channel. We love comics, and I got what probably will be the last comic unboxing of a new comic I bought, even though it's a Golden Age book. It's not really quote unquote new, but you know what I mean. For 2024, I have a couple of other comics that I won, not anything major, but they won't get here until next year. So this will most likely be the last comic unboxing of 2024. 2024, interesting year, but I have a feeling 2025 and beyond is going to start looking really well for everybody. So fingers, eyes, toes, everything crossed, and let's hope that happens. So as usual, while I'm waiting for people to come in, because this one's an interesting situation, this whole thing of how I won this comic and how I almost ended up not having it because my wife accidentally threw it out in the garbage. Um, this should be an interesting situation. So if you want to critique the AI art, please do. Brian Norman is here, says, "Hey Chris, watching from home, not work. Uh-oh, hope all is well. Uh, also, did you see the Reggio channel is back up?" Yeah, I heard. I don't follow Reggie at all and everything, but somebody did mention it, so good to see. And no, I'll just leave it at that and wish him well. But thank you for letting me know, and nice to see you on a day where you're not getting paid to watch me. So, well, then again, you never know, but always appreciate you here. So, I just want to make sure I let people know you still have 2 more days if you're interested in ordering any of my comic mystery boxes, where you get the free extra comic in your mystery box automatically if you order between now and New Year's Eve. So I put the link in the live chat. It's also going to be in the description of this video. Once you click on the link, it'll bring you to my website where you'll see Oregon, you'll see pyramids, you'll see soaps and things. That is the right site. To scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see the comic book section. The mystery boxes consist of 20 comics, anywhere from a $25 mystery box of basic comics up to a $5,000 platinum box, which consists of, let's just say, not common books. You will definitely get your money's worth. And like I said, you will automatically get an extra book for free if you order between now and December 31st. I send everything out well packaged, priority mail, and it doesn't matter which level package you get. So check that out at the link in the live chat or again in the description. And you don't even have to ask for the bonus comic. I will place it in automatically if you place the order between now and December 31st. So, made a new little thing for the Patreon members. If you want to support my channel and get your name up on every single video that I do, you could just check it out at patreon.com/we love comics, and you'll get your name up. Now, it doesn't matter how much you contribute to get your name up. So it's not like, oh, you have to have $50 a month or something like that. You could do the bare minimum and your name will be up for every single video. We have a new Patreon member who's not really new, but he did renew, so he's back again on the page. So let's say hi to my Patreon members: Sith, Michael B, James R, Dan L, Herbert R, Annabelle N, Jason B, Kim N. And then the last three are all from social networks. If you want not if you don't want your name up, because I never put the last name anyway, but if you'd prefer me to put your social network or maybe your business website or your YouTube channel instead of just your name, just let me know. So the last three absolutely did this. So the first one, Instagram, check out Scott at ScottWU077. Then we have our returning page PayPal member. He's on Facebook. Check him out at Stephen L. Turk Author. And then last but not least, also on Instagram, Silver Age Surfer _comics. So we're up to 11. If we get to 20 paid members of my Patreon, again, does not matter the amount that you put in. I got some giveaways, so we're one more closer to 20. So if you want to support my channel, even if you're doing the minimum of $2 a month, you will be included in the contest once we get to 20 paid members. Um, Again, no minimum, but you'll get one entry for every $2 you put in. And the person that contributes the highest each month always gets put last on the list of the Patreon members. That's why you always see Silver A Surfer underscore comics as the last one every time, is because he has the highest amount. I never disclose how much that is, but if everybody does two and one other person does three, then hey, that's one more than everybody else. You get the last spot. If you want to know what that is to get that last spot, just let me know and I will be more than happy to tell you. But again, if we can get to 20 paid members each month, there's giveaways. The more people that join, the better the giveaways will be. Looking to acquire some trades. I'm going to make it happen. I think 2025 is my year and maybe your year. So if you want to do a trade with me and you have one of these books, or you know somebody that has maybe an extra one, you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. I'm willing to trade as many comics of mine as it takes to be able to get one of these books, as long as it's a fair and even trade. And as a matter of fact, I don't mind trading a little bit extra in your favor if it helps me get one of these books, but I'm not going to do like $5,000 extra. I want to keep it fair, but it's a great way for two parties to not have to spend thousands of dollars to get books that they may not have and they'd like to acquire. You don't have to worry about spending extra hundreds of dollars in taxes. And at the end of the year, there's nothing to report in your taxes because trades are not taxable. So, with that being said, let's say hello to all the people in the live chat. Join the live chat even if you're not one of my subscribers, because I always do a surprise subscriber shout out at the end. But we've got Pino, we got again Brian Norman, Punisher XS, Gary Hahn, and Comics Corner already here and ready to go. So let's put on the video camera. So I got the box here. So while I am unboxing it, I want to tell the story. Those of you who know, and especially the people that support me on Patreon, know that a lot of the contributions go to help supporting about anywhere between 17 and 25 stray cats that I take care of. And they don't, sometimes they disappear or new ones replace them, or situations or things like that. But there's two or three of the stray cats that I'm very close with, and I like take care of them all with vet bills and stuff like that. But long story short, two of them, when it gets cold or damp, or even if they just want to, we let them stay in for the night. We have them, we have flea medications and things like that, so we don't have to worry. And they're very clean because they hang around my house. So we let them sleep in at night. But one of the cats sleeps until, 10 o'clock in the morning. But one of them, every night, wakes me up at around 4:45 in the morning because he wants to be let out. So I don't get much sleep. So I don't know if you're like me, but once I'm up, I can't fall asleep right away. I'm one of those people as soon as I hit the bed when I'm ready to go to sleep, I'm out like a light. But if I get woken up in the middle of the night, I cannot sleep. So I'm usually up until 5, sometimes 6, 6:30 in the morning every night. So I get a little tired, unfortunately, especially at my age. But every now and then I'll go online and look up comics. Now, it was 5:55 a.m. when I saw this book just listed. So somebody posted it as a buy it now best offer at 5:55 in the morning. The person actually responded and accepted my offer. I was expecting, whoever did it probably went to bed or whatever, because this person wasn't overseas, didn't live in California. I guess just a night owl like me. And they actually included a receipt, so I'm going to take away all the personal information so I can show that I never lie or do a different. Oh, let me get rid of his name. I don't do a different amount because I always include the prices, which include shipping and handling and taxes. But this one cost me a little bit more because of the fact that I thought I had my eBay settings on PayPal credit. And for some reason, it didn't. I think actually, it was like a dollar or two over. So it was denied and went to my bank account. Now, they did this. I got a notice at 5 p.m. Christmas Eve. So banks are closed and there's nothing I can do. But I get a notice saying that I got a $39 overdraft fee. which I thought was pretty shady because they send me the message at 5 p.m. Christmas Eve. Nothing I can do about that because if they would have told me early in the day, I could have just went down there and put some deposit in because I think I was off by like $5 at the time. I was going to go to the bank tomorrow and take care, of putting money in the bank account anyway. So it cost me an extra $39, which I'm including in the price of this book. So before I tell you what the exact price is, and also when I got it, it arrived yesterday evening, and I checked my email and it says it was delivered at my front door. So I go and look out of the front door, and I'm like, it's not there, and I'm like, oh, wonderful. It was. I checked the other side of my house, nothing. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to find out if they delivered it to the wrong house or it was a scam or whatever. So I just happened to ask my wife, did a package for me arrive? She's like, yeah, I put it on top of the garbage pail. And then she's like, well, I put the package on top of a couple of other cardboard boxes that I was throwing out, and I accidentally threw it out in the garbage. So she went out and checked, and sure enough, this with a pile of other cardboard boxes, she ended up throwing it out. So if I didn't ask her, it would probably been lost forever. So now that that story's out of the way, so this was an interesting story. I've never owned this book. I never knew it even existed. And except for the fact that it's got like 3/4 of a spine split, for a book that's, I think it's either 47 or 49. Let me look it up. Let me see if he has the date on it. So this is a number one. Hold on 1 second. I want to get the exact year. But yeah, so that was an interesting situation that it almost got thrown in the garbage. It ended up that I did. Okay, this was 1949 that I ended up recovering it. So here is the book. This is Sad Sack number one. Now, this has a first appearance of, I wouldn't call it a major character, but it is a known character, especially if you're the older generations like me. Newer generations probably won't know who this person is, but this is the first appearance of a comic strip character called Little Dot. She ended up becoming so popular back in the time that she had her own comic book series. And in issue number one of Little Dot is the first appearance of Richie Rich. So if you think of the Richie Rich artwork, that's exactly what Little Dot is all about. So this is from 1949. So this is her first appearance. So it's Sad Sack issue number one. Now this one, for a book from 1949, and the colors, except for it's faded right there. I mean, this book looks pretty good. The only problem is from about here to about here, so almost half of the book is split. So I think the highest it could get is maybe a 4. I'm not sure. If you want to mention what the highest grade would be with a 50% spine split, and it's just the cover, it's not the entire comic. If that wasn't there, this would probably be a 5.5 book. But it is what it is. So let me ask you, with shipping and handling and taxes, for a Golden Age first appearance, what would have been the most you would have paid for this book? And then add shipping and handling and taxes to it. Because remember, if you're buying it off eBay, you have to pay taxes, especially, and most likely shipping and handling. So again, this is Sad Sack number one, 1949. It has the first appearance of, I would say, a fairly well known for the older generations Sunday comic character called Little Dot. So if you want to look it up on eBay and see what these sell for, And if you were to purchase this, what would have been the most you would have paid for it? Now, obviously, if somebody says $50, that's wonderful. I mean, who wouldn't want to buy a Ferrari for $100? We have to base it on reality of what these sell for, not what you would say, oh, well, I'd love it for 20 bucks. I mean, who wouldn't? You're not getting this book for 20 bucks. You're not getting it for 50 bucks. You're not getting it for 100 bucks. So Pino says 300, and that's including shipping and handling. So taxes would probably cost you about three and a quarter. If you're watching this later on, you could always put it in the comments section. But the reason I always do this is I want people to get used to not what they guess they would pay, but actually go and look to see how much books like this would be worth and what you would pay around that area. In other words, what have these books sold for? Now, there's not a lot of these out there. I think I only saw about 3 of them for sale. So this is not a book you're going to find all the time. As a matter of fact, like I said, I've never seen this book before. Comics Corner said 350. So the average between 350 and $300. So, with shipping and handling and taxes, you're talking about 375 to 380. So this person, and again, this was at 5:55 in the morning. They had it listed at $270 plus $279.99 best offer. I saw it just as it was listed. I made an offer and they actually accepted it. So I did an offer of $200. So with shipping and handling and taxes and the $39 bank overdraft fee, which really upsets me, but it is what it is. Merry Christmas to me. It came out to $261.93. So if I didn't have that $39 overdraft fee, it would have been $222.93. And just to show, here is the invoice. So the taxes on a $200 book is about $15. And they charged me $835 for shipping. So under $300 for this. Like I said, it came out to $261.93 for the first appearance of Little Dot in Sad Sack #1 from 1949. So this doesn't look like your typical Golden Age book. Let me see the width to a modern book. This is actually, because here's a modern book. It's almost the same. This would be about the size of a Silver Age. You know what? I have a Silver Age book right here. Let's compare it. Actually, that's funny. The Sad Sack, let's line it up, is actually not as wide as a Silver Age book. So I can absolutely get this book sent to PGX in my next or the month after shipment of 4 books and get this one graded. So even though this is a Golden Age book, it's actually not even as wide as a Silver Age comic. So that's pretty cool because, most Golden Age comics are very wide. So again, I think with the colors for a book from 1949, I'm very happy with this one. Because remember, Silver Age starts at 1956. So this is a few years before the Silver Age. And to have a first appearance of, again, a minor character, but still known, because if you're around my age or older, you know who Little Dot is. So I think for that price, even with the $39 overdraft fee, which I'm including into the price I paid for the comic, I still think I got a really good deal on that. And I'm not sure what the grade will be, but if anything, grading a comic like that keeps it protected so it doesn't split any further. So, that one will eventually be graded. So that is my book, ladies and gentlemen. I'd love to know what you think. Have you ever heard of that book before? Have you ever heard of Little Dot? If not, look it up. It's probably if you see the image, you'll know. And again, if you ever find Little Dot #1, it's actually the first appearance of Richie Rich. So Sad Sack created Little Dot created Richie Rich, and then so on and so on. And if you own that book, you will probably be one of those people that could be potentially Richie Rich. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you want to critique my AI art, please do. As you can see, I put Oscar the Grouch in his garbage can just to kind of symbolize that the comic was almost thrown out in the garbage by mistake by my wife. And I always appreciate your comments, whether good, bad, or indifferent. You could hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Just don't hit anybody around you because that's not nice. If you want to hit subscribe, that's awesome. Patreon members, all the shout outs, you can get your name up there if you join at patreon.com/we love comics. And if we get to 20 people, because we are now up to 11, we'll get some giveaways. So we're 9 away from starting the contest. So let's see if we can get that going because every single month there are 20 paid members. I'm going to do a giveaway. So if we can get to that point and maintain it, every month we're going to do a raffle. And even if you win a raffle, you'll still be included the next month if you're a paid member. So it's not like once you win, you're no longer qualified. You could end up being picked 10 times in a row if that is the case, because I will do one of those spinning wheels so it'll randomly pick somebody, but you won't be excluded just because you won once before. So it's my way of saying thank you to my supporters. And let's see if we can make a trade happen by checking out and seeing if you have or know anybody that has any of these comics. And let's make something happen. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you to everybody in the live chat. Let's go with Comics Corner and Pino. Both of you are today's surprise subscriber shout outs. You know what? Let's do all because you know what? It's the end of the year. This might be my last video of the year. I'm not sure. But we'll see. But Brian Norman, Pino, Punisher XS, Gary Hahn, Comics Corner, GT Key Comic, I think that's everybody. Let me just scroll down just to make sure. Yep. All of you at today's surprise subscriber shout outs. You all have been here enough to know what to do. So you could leave your link to whatever you want to post in the comment section once it uploads. Just keep in mind, it'll go directly to spam at first. This keeps out all the trolls and spammers from putting inappropriate links onto my page. So if you do see a link, that means it has been verified. So go support our fellow YouTubian people. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope everybody has a happy and safe new year. Check my channel out in the next day or so because I may do another video. I'm not sure, but just in case, um, have a safe, happy new year. Thank you for spending a little time with me over this year. It's been an interesting year. 2023, I didn't buy a lot of comics. 2024, I was able to get a bunch of new comics. So check out some of my older videos of this year and see all the books that I got. And let's see what 2025 brings. But I just hope it brings you love, peace, and happiness. And remember, if you're going out partying and you drink, either have a designated driver or call an Uber. It's not worth taking the chance. And nobody's family should start the new year crying over the loss of somebody who could have taken a safer way home. So please be careful. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate your viewership. Happy 2025. And don't forget, it's not you, it's not I. It's We Love Comics. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget to have your trolls spayed or neutered.